Welcome to episode 2 of a brand new series called Grocery Store Gripes. Why is this episode 2 of a brand new series, you may ask? Well, because technically the first episode of this series took place a few weeks ago when I made the video called Angry While Driving. And, it got me thinking, like all these other things that I hate so much, like I'm just getting off work right now on a Saturday, and last time that happened I was angry, but this is not actually what I'm going to talk about there. This is something completely different. This is Grocery Store Gripes episode 2. What am I griping about today, you may ask? Well, there's this little thing that our store likes to do. We're like one of the last places in probably America that does it. That isn't a puny town like we have here, but we do a thing called carryout, where if a person buys a whole bunch of shit and there's all these bags sitting out, and then when they're done, well, what we can do as employees, we can take a different cart, put all their shit on a cart, and take it out for them and put it in their car and all that business. And it's really only because we get such little service anyway, and what we do get, you know, we don't have that many carts, so we can't really afford to have people just shoving their carts into a holding system outside and then have someone drag them all back in. It's a complicated process. There's many reasons why we do it, and it's a job, so I'm not complaining as far as the actual job itself goes. Now, as for the gripe, it's the people that do it. Now, if you're a family of like 7, okay, and you need a lot of shit, then I understand. But the problem with that is that you need to clean all this extra shit out of your car so I can put the stuff in. It's a novel concept, really. I mean, you go to the store and you're going to buy a lot of shit. So why not make room in your car for me to put your shit into it? You know? It's a thing that I think people would do. It's a thing, I think, that people would do, you know? But they don't. They don't. They just pile all this shit in the back of their vehicles, and they're always like, oh, I did not know this entire thousands of cases worth of beer is just sitting back here, you know? I had no idea that these 7 fucking bicycles were in the back of my fucking truck. I didn't hear them rattling back and forth when I jiggle my wheel around, you know? I had no idea they were back there, you know? So I have to stuff and you know, I still have to stuff all the shit in there. So, and I could complain about how when we have to put them on the carts, we have just like this little area to work with where we can set stuff on, and then there's a whole science behind where to put everything so that it stacks easily and doesn't crush anything. And it's just stuff. I could talk for a half an hour about everything that I have figured out working at the grocery store for 3 years now. And anyway, most of the time, what happens is we have to stuff all this shit in there. So I'm at points, I just get to the point where I'm just throwing stuff in on top of other stuff because there's no other fucking place to put it. And that's not my fault. If they'd clean the shit out of their cars, maybe they'd be able to do it. But every time that always happens, they're like, They always give you that look, that condescending fucking sneer, and it's always the females that do it. I mean, sometimes guys do it, but I've learned that most guys really don't give a shit. It's usually just the old fucking 70-year-old ladies that are always like, And I'm like, bitch, if you don't want me to stack shit on top of shit, then make room so I can fucking put your shit in your car. I have zero concern over what happens to your shit. I could literally just take the stuff. I could just grab sacks, basically. I could grab your sacks and just throw it in and not even give a shit. Just lift it up, toss it in, and not even give a shit. Why should I care? No, I actually take the time to put it in there nicely, and when I have to do it, I have to do it. It's your fucking fault. So don't give me that fucking look as though I am just fucking Satan incarnate. Alright? It's your fucking fault you don't make fucking room. And I could not do this, you know? We've progressed to a point where we don't even need to do this whole carry-out shtick anyway. So, I don't have to do this for you. I don't have to do it. But no, you're just gonna be a bitch about it, I see. Yep, I see how it is. Isn't that just stellar? Yeah, that's really all I gotta say on this subject. But, yeah. So, Grocery Store Gripes, Episode 2. Damn this camera. Eventually, we'll have probably a 50-part series on this. But, yeah. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed Grocery Store Gripes, in Episode 2. Yeah, it's just like, come on. Wouldn't you think? Just like take a gander. And I hardly use my trunk at all besides groceries. So I don't really pack anything back there usually. But I kind of would think that you'd know what would be back there before you get this shit, you know? And what is so difficult about just taking it out just to go to the grocery store so you have room to put it in? Like when you're gonna have to bring your shit home and put it away at your house anyway, so you're gonna already have to go through that process, so you may as well just take this shit out and then put it right back in. I mean, you don't even have to find a place for it. You can just throw it on the ground in like your garage or at the entryway of your house, and then when all your groceries are in, put it the fuck back in your car. But no, it just always just fucking sits there. And they get mad at me when I have to stack shit on top of shit, you know? It's not my fucking fault. But, of course it is, because I'm the worker. It's all my fault, not anyone else's. But yeah, Grocery Gripes. There will be more. Believe me, there will be more. Oh my goodness, there are plenty of gripes that I have grocery storing, you know? Yep. Bye!